today.
I think I deserve it after having that little monster. The peace and quiet is deafening.
Eh, certainly had energy.
Alan called it atomic energy. Still, he enjoyed himself.
I bet you did too.
You know, it's daft when you think of it. I never did all that for my own kids.
Well, you know what they say, by the time you've learned how to be a mother, you've only got your grandchildren to practice on.
Oh, is that how you think of me? An old grandma, old Mother Howard, eh?
Well, no, not
Just you
not
watch it.
altogether,
There's nothing you'll
Elsie.
go. Just watch it, man.
Oh, don't let me stop you. What is it, 2 falls and a knockout?
Hello, Lucille. Anything else, Elsie?
Not if you want to serve me.
No, it's all right. I might hear something to my advantage or disadvantage.
I see. Now, let's see. Tin of corned beef and a small tin of tomatoes, and that's the lot.
Right.
So, might be seeing you in the canteen on Monday, eh?
Yes, sir, might be.
Wages clerk. You must have given a good reference to get that job, you know. There was a dozen runners for that job. So, see you Monday.
Might be, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, watch out for that red-headed fella in the dispatch department. They don't call him the centipede for notes, you know. Ta-ra, mate.
Ta-ra, Elsie.
Sure. What about the warehouse, then? Oh, it gets more like a flaming shop every day.
Sorry,
Oh, it's all right. Lucille's only come in for a social chat.
I want an oven cleaner that claims to do an oven spick and span in 30 seconds and you don't have to wear gloves.
Well, I've only got the kind you usually have, and it doesn't boast.
I'm afraid it has nothing to boast about. Last time it took 3 hours and broke 2 fingernails. Oh, well, I'll just have to resign myself. I suppose the exercise will do me good. I think you'll like it across there, Lucille.
Might like it down there and all, only have to wait and find out, won't I?
That'll be my idea of hell. Cleaning the stove for eternity. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What did they say, then?
You know, I think I will order some of them other sort. I've had 1 or 2 asking.
You know, I could have sworn I asked that question in English.
At the warehouse?
No, Buckingham Flaming Palace. I mean, well, they didn't invite you over to tea, did they?
It was confidential. Oh, well, they wanted to know the reason why you left the betting shop. I told them you'd been offered the job back, but had turned it down.
Did they ask about
The reference I didn't give you?
well, the one I saved you from writing?
I'm not a good liar, Lucille. I very nearly told them the truth. Then I thought what you said about Gordon.
And I did help you here when you needed, didn't I? I mean, I did volunteer.
Yes, that's right, you did.
Listen, Maggie, this is a chance, isn't it? And I've not had many of them, have I?
No, Lucille, I must admit.
1 word over at the warehouse and I'd be out my ear, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would. So think on.
Oh, well, that's the whole point, you see. We'll have to educate people how to use their leisure time properly.
I see. Fewer drinks and more time in between the drinks for playing dominoes and darts and things.
Yes, you don't happen to have a couple of spare hours, do
No,
you?
I don't. You want another drink?
Yeah.
Oh, not for me, thanks. No, I found 4 lemonades quite filling. Yep.
Easter Monday's getting very near.
Dangerously.
Still time to change your mind.
Ah, there's something about Easter weddings.
Yeah, winter birthdays.
All them skipping lambs and fluffy little chickens.
You're not going to keep a farm, you know, love.
That reminds me, I've got to get some lamb chops for Stanley's tea.
I think Mrs. Caldwell means life and light and warmth after all the grey and cold of winter.
Warmth? Oh, I've known some Easters too cold even for brass monkeys.
You know, there are other ways of keeping warm, Hilda. You haven't any suggestions for wedding presents, have you, love? Nothing too expensive.
Oh, I think it's very embarrassing having to tell folk what you want. In my days, you just hoped for the best.
Well, that's what I do. And usually end up with the worst. Oh, there was this fella last
Well,
night.
as a matter of fact, I have just jotted down the odd item.
Let's have a look. Oh, I would open my big mouth. Again. Give us another one for me.
It's just a little guide, as you might say. Most of them are quite cheap and can be obtained from across the ways catalogue.
Thank you. Egg cups is always handy.
Oh, perhaps you'd like one yourself, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh,
Honestly, Emily, you might just as well walk up and down the street with a sandwich board.
Oh, they don't do that now. Cohen's used to advertise remnant sales on Saturday by a man with a board. It was always blowing his nose.
It was your suggestion, the wedding present list, Ernest.
Well, we're not really expecting anything, are we?
Continental quilt.
They go on top of you.
Oh, I understand.
Emily?
Yes, I'm quite ready.
Hello, are you missing something?
No, any wedding present suggestions?
Oh, yeah?
Sorry.
Oh, let's have a look. And what's this? House in Bermuda, yacht in the Costa Brava, and a ranch in the San Fernando Valley.
Oh, I haven't got that on my list.
Right, now we've all got our song sheets. Shall we sing or shall we order some ale?
I'm afraid we must be off. We're going to spend a few hours at the new house.
Hardly new.
Old house, as we should be living there and not Bermuda.
Well, wish us luck tomorrow. Hope nobody finds any just impediment.
Oh, it's the announcement in the Gazette.
Oh, good luck then.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think that moustache and beard could be considered an impediment? Because some people don't like kissing fellas with fuzz.
I don't know. Flipping cheek handing out lists. I'm surprised they haven't made a collection for the wedding ring.
Why don't you try it sometime, Hilda? When you and Stan get word.
Oh,
Hilda! Elsie's only kidding, aren't you, love?
I don't know, I never did this. All I ever got was about 4 toast racks and 5 sets of fish knives, which I never use.
Well, there you are then, Elsie. Cross off toast rack.
Hey, Jerry.
Oh, shut up. Get out, will you?
There. It's always like this.
A job like this needs concentration. And put that down.
It's special stuff, is that?
It's only a boat.
What do you mean only a boat?
Well, a boat's a boat.
Yeah, but there are different kinds of construction. This is what they call a hard chine. The hull isn't fully rounded.
I wish a boatload of Vikings had come sailing up the Manchester Ship Canal. Might be interested then.
I don't know why you bother.
No, there are some women who are very good at woodwork, you know.
Yeah, like bashing you over the head with chairs.
Oh, we know about that. Look, if you want help, will you pass me that brush? No.
You got a name for it yet?
No. Any road, that's up to Queen.
It's going to be called Shangri-La.
What do you want to call it after a flaming Chinese chippy
No,
flag?
it's a picture I saw some years back. It's a place of retreat from the world, like.
Thought that were the Rovers.
Oh, well, it's going to be called Shangri-La. That's its name.
Will it sink or float? That's what matters.
Hey, hang on a minute.
Hey, that picture's on tonight, the X one.
I'm not bothered.
You've changed, haven't you?
Well, there is other things to life than sex.
You want to see you're a doctor. It's amazing what they can do on the national health.
That was the secretary of the Weatherfield Sailing Club on the phone. He's giving a lecture to the sea cadets in the centre. Says he'll see me.
What for?
What about joining?
The Weatherfield Sailing Club?
Yeah.
Didn't know there was one. Whose bath do they use?
Hey, can I come?
Well, I can't stop you. Anybody can go to the centre.
No, only I'm getting rather interested in boats. You see, I mean, I might meet a millionaire, then we'll have something in common to talk about.
Well, we'll all go.
No, I think you better stay here and keep an eye on the boat, Ray.
A minute ago, you wouldn't leave the thing.
Thing? Do you mind? Shangri-La.
Any road. It's the captain's job to go.
That's right. Down with his ship.
It's quite high.
Lofty.
And roomy.
Spacious.
Lofty and spacious, yeah. Room to swing plenty of cats in.
Except Manx cats.
Yeah, lofty and spacious. Not that we want to swing cats of any nationality, Siamese, Persian or Manx. Well, here we are.
Yes, here we are.
It's all ours, Emily. We won't be paying exorbitant interest rates all our lives to a building society or chief rent for the privilege of living on God's earth.
There'll be just furniture, and even that...
Furniture? Well, the place is full of furniture. It's fully furnished. Best wood.
But not furniture we've chosen, Ernest. I was going to say we can buy furniture by selling some of this.
Selling? This?
Why not?
But, Emily, most of this furniture belonged to my parents. The bed belonged to my grandparents. All it needs is a different mattress, that's all.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I think if you put 25 chairs around here, it should be enough.
I don't understand you.
Well, they've told you, haven't they, about tonight?
That you're giving a lecture to the sea cadets, yes?
On navigation, Mercator's projection and all that. I'm bringing a sextant along.
Hey, Ray Langton might be interested in the sex bit. Sorry, he's changed his hobby to boat.
Yes, I know.
Well, that's what I want the chairs for. You are the caretaker.
Oh, no, I'm not the caretaker. That's Mrs. Sharples. She told me that you were preparing. No, I'm Gerald Booth. And this is Miss Lucille Hewitt.
We're just good friends.
Shut up.
This place must be a godsend for you, living round here, ping pong and all that.
Oh, yes, we do basket making and all. Keeps the women off the streets and it stops the fellas from robbing the gas meters. We was a wicked lot until they opened this centre and taught us basket making.
Joking, like.
Of course.
Yes. It was her idea to come with me and see you, in case she said she met any millionaires.
I think it's mistaken identity. I'm Mr. Baxter of the Weatherfield Sailing Club. Just because I live in Wilmslow doesn't mean that I'm rich.
Yes, and I'm Gerald Booth. I was in touch with you about joining the club.
Booth?
Yeah, like telephone, what they put telephones in, and polling, what they vote in.
Oh, yes, Booth. Well, I'm sorry, old chap, but this is not a model boat club. It's for real boats, you know, yachts, boats are sailing.
This is a real boat. He's thinking of sailing round the world backwards, blindfolded, being made a sir. Then he's thinking of going over Niagara Falls, the other way, up instead of down.
I said shut up.
So you really do have a boat?
Yes, it's nearly finished now.
Around here?
It's just down the street and round the corner.
In the backyard?
No, it's... well, it's a sort of backyard.
I really must see this. Look, old chap, come and see me tonight after I've done my little bit here,
Yes, I'll do that.
A boat in the backyard, eh?
Yes, but it's a big backyard.
Oh, I enjoyed that, Emily.
Oh, I'm glad.
Nice bit of tongue.
It looked nice when I bought it.
Tasted nice when I ate it. Nice vanilla now.
I couldn't get any vanillas.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Shall we go and see the garden?
I've seen the garden many a time. It's a big garden.
Just the one daffodil. That one daffodil keeps coming out bravely every year. Probably doesn't even know it's a daffodil because I've never seen another one. Probably thinks it's a lily.
We'll have to plant some more daffodils to keep it company. And rose bushes, and hyacinths,
Vegetables,
wallflower.
Emily.
Vegetables?
Rows of them. Rows and rows.
Barry, come on!
Not worth the money they paid out for Barry.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
Suppose they wouldn't be able to see the ball properly if they didn't come in here first.
Oh, come on, Maggie, don't be like that. You want them to enjoy themselves, don't you? It's just a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet Genghis Khan and his merry horse never stop laughing.
All right, teacher.
Yeah, well, come on. I mean, high spirits is one thing, but vandalism is another.
The trouble's drink.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Not as long as they're tipping.
Yeah, vested interest.
You know, I know a fella. He's chairman of the brewery, and he's also chairman of the magistrates. You see, he makes his money by getting folks tanked up at night, and then he finds them the next morning. I'm writing a song about him.
Well, me and Annie Walker would have no hesitation in putting him in half Nelsons if they come in here to smash the place up.
To give you a chance.
Oh, can't we talk about something more cheerful? Hey, they buried that old fella from York Street this morning.
You know, my stand says a football match wouldn't be a football match unless he had 6 pints inside him. Says it gives him the strength and courage to chuck the toilet rolls.
I said something more cheerful. I believe the earth was a mass of flowers.
I was only commentating.
Well, commentate on something else. What about Miss Nugent's wedding present? Have you decided yet?
No, not yet, no.
Oh, well, you better look sharp, because I've bagged the pillow cases. You'll be left with a Persian carpet.
Well, actually, I was thinking of a bath mat from the warehouse.
Oh, did you know Lucille got a job at the warehouse?
Yes, she did mention it.
Yeah, I bet Mrs. Walker firmly believes that the age of miracles is not dead.
Oh, something like that. She says it was background what told.
Is that what she thinks?
Ah, that's in her training.
Well, I'd have to be after her.
Try, Maggie.
You're not still really worried, eh, Maggie?
Well,
You know, she'll probably make a success of this job.
I hope you're right.
Anyway, you'll get your reward in heaven.
First get to heaven.
Oh, well, it's all in the air. We haven't decided yet, love.
Well, I wouldn't like them to think I'm being mean. Only they're all such expensive things.
Yeah, you're dead right. Well, I thought of giving the two of them a book, what every young married couple should know, with diagrams.
Two?
Yeah, his and hers, you know, so they could sit in the evenings and read them to each other.
Oh.
Shows you in detail how to build your own greenhouse. Now think of it, Emily, we could have our own tomatoes.
I can't imagine a greenhouse lasting very long with children throwing stones and kicking footballs.
Footballs round here? No. They've got a little lad, I think, 3 doors down. We never see him or hear him. Oh, it's very peaceful.
Secluded, lofty and spacious.
There'll be a change from having people coming in all day, borrowing this and begging that. People around here might mind their own business.
It's very quiet.
Oh, quiet, yeah. Bomb dropped round here, you know?
Did it?
Yeah, during the war.
Naturally.
Next street, actually.
Inconsiderate of them.
Yeah. They did it very well, actually. They planted a tree.
They. Do they have names?
I suppose so. Oh, no next doors and next door but ones.
Nobody walks in without knocking. Imagine they all have chimes when you press the doorbells.
I like chimes.
You're right, Ernest. It'll make a change from people calling in and out at all odd hours. Everybody minding everybody else's business, being spiteful and nasty to each other.
Nothing like that round here. It's peaceful.
I was going to finish off a patchwork quilt for them.
Oh, why don't you, love?
Well, it's got a continental quilt on the list.
Oh, it's the same thing, only stuffed with feathers, that's all.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, feathers of all nations.
Oh, well, then that solved my little problem for me.
Come on, outside, please. If you've homes to go to, get to 'em. If not, here's your bus fare to the tramps' ward.
That solved my little problem and all. You heard what the lady said. Home, James. This little piggy went home. Come on.
Good night.
I have to use the full width, I think.
Oh, I hadn't realised you were going to replace all of them.
Oh, we'll have to consider the windows, Ernest.
By all means, let's consider the windows.
At the moment, you could hardly describe them as having a 70s flavour, could you?
No, I suppose not. I've never really looked at them before, you know. They're just sort of, well, curtains, really.
And you really do mean to do all the decorating yourself?
There you are. Take your time. There's no hurry.
Where did you get this catalogue?
It's one I found in the attic.
Oh, Ernest.
Anything you want. Just say the word.
Well, perhaps we could get a few magazines on the way home. They sometimes give one ideas about decorating. And perhaps look at some more catalogues.
Half a dozen, if you like.
I've never seen you so enthusiastic.
And why not, Emily? Why not? This house is going to take on a new lease of life. Listen.
Did I leave the kettle on?
Like I said, you can't hear a murmur of the traffic. Just that one daffodil out there, sighing.
It's very different from the street.
Emily, we are going to be happy here, aren't we?
Yes, of course.
Good.
That's it then, just 15p, please. Thank you. Thanks. Maggie? Yes, Miss Walker, something else, was there?
Not really, no. No, it's just something I often think about.
Yes?
Well, here's you at your end of the street, and there am I at the other end of the street.
Yes, I've noticed that too. I never think about it.
No, what I mean is, dear, that we are the only two representatives of retail concerns in this street, and there should be a code between us.
You mean like, I don't sell beer and you don't sell firelighters?
No, not quite that. Well, more or less, yes. No, what I mean is that we should keep our private differences from the general public.
I see. It's, all right our getting to know their private affairs as long as they don't know ours.
Well, more or less.
Just what you getting at, Mrs. Walker?
Lucille.
Oh.
She told me.
About the reference?
And she's quite upset now that she's had time to think about it.
Is she?
Now, she wanted that job at the warehouse, and heaven knows I wanted it for her. I mean, it does mean that she won't be wiggling her hips in public anymore.
Are you apologising for her?
Not on a personal level, but I do want the Rover's return to maintain its friendly relationship with the corner shop.
We don't have to sign a treaty or out.
Of course not.
All right, then, tell her I'll forget all about it.
5p change, I believe.
So this is your little local, is it? I thought they'd knocked most of these places down.
Oh, well, this one's preserved as a sort of shrine. Most of the people what come in here are waxworks.
Don't take no notice.
No, of course not.
Admiral Fairclough used to drink in
Shut
here,
up,
you know.
Lucille. What will you have to drink, Mr.
No, I buy the
Baxter?
drinks.
No, let me,
No,
please.
no, I insist.
Oh, in that case, I'll have a large sherry.
Mr. Booth?
Just a pint, please.
A pint to have a decent drink. How about a large scotch?
No, a pint will be all right.
No, I'm insisting.
All right, I'll have a whiskey then, please.
And a large scotch for me, please.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And for yourself, of course.
Oh, you should dock in here more often. I'll have a half.
You'll have a large gin or something.
I'll have a large gin or something.
Well, there should be no trouble about getting you proposed and seconded.
Oh, I'm very pleased to hear it.
Oh, by the way, what is your occupation?
Plumber.
Oh, you run a plumbing business?
No, just plumbers.
Eat plums.
How quaint. A plumber building a boat in the backyard.
He was going to build an aircraft carrier, but he couldn't get the wood.
Most comical, Lucille. It's a heron, actually.
Oh, a heron. One of our members once had a heron. Quite a laugh.
Are there not many of them about, then?
Not in our club. Still, you have to start somewhere. Don't worry, old chap. We'll let you in.
Very nice
Two
of you.
scotch, one large sherry, and a large gin or something for me.
Ah.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good health.
You'll like it up at the clubhouse. Grand lot of fellas.
And I'll bet they all drink off the top shelf.
Good heavens. I must have left my car door unlocked.
50.
Cheeky little hooligans round here, they'll have it dismantled. I'll send you the form, Booth, old chap.
You know what? I'm not taking my pigging boat to his pigging club. I'll get to know them sea cadets.
Hey, hornblower.
He sold them his ale, then he put them in the jail, then he let them out on bail for some more of his ale.
Is that meant to be a sea shanty?
No, it's a song I'm composing about this magistrate.
Yeah, why don't you compose one about this?
This is a boat, and I hope it will float.
God, Shakespeare wouldn't have stood a chance, would he?
No.
This is a boat.
I can put a motor on this, you know.
What?
I can put a motor on it.
Oh, what about the stresses?
No, it would take it. Put it slightly out of trim on the starboard side.
Don't look at me, mate. I only varnished it.
So it's true. You men working for Booth on this?
Well, you could say that. This is a boat, and we hope
Yeah,
it will...
but then again, we might not say.
We're friends of his.
Our members fall into two groups. Those who can afford to buy their boat, and those who make their own, single-handed, all their own work. Does he pay you?
No.
Yes. Well, I think I shall have to reconsider his application.
Who was that?
First Sea Lord.
Well, I think that's everything then. I'm glad we came this afternoon. Oh, there's just one more thing.
What's that?
New name for the house.
I thought you were joking.
No, we've got to think of something really original. Bishop's Move? New Nest?
I'd never be able to face the postman.
Oh, perhaps you're right.
If we're going to get those magazines...
Hey, wait a minute, I've got it. Chez Newby. You know what Chez New means, don't you?
My French does just about aspire to that.
Yeah, well then, Chez New, as in Nugent, By, as in Bishop, Chez Newby. OK, I'll give up. We'll settle for number 39.
Ernest,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I couldn't come and live here. I'm sorry. I just couldn't.